Yes, thank you for being here. I am Kim Nishida, and if you are a spiritual business owner who simply wants to help and heal more people, then I want to tell you I love your business just as much as you do. And I'll tell you why. It's because I know that you're here to make such a big difference in the lives of your clients, the lives of people around you. And that is exactly what is needed on the planet right now. You just need to get those clients. You need to get those people finding out about who you are and what you do in a way that makes it an inevitable yes, so you can help them. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. If you ever have heard about funnels, like a funnel, like marketing funnels, if that's something that makes you roll your eyes, you've heard about it, it's been overwhelming, or you've never heard about what in the world is a marketing funnel. There's also sales funnels too, by the way, but today we're talking marketing funnels. Then let's talk about it. Don't worry about it. I got the smallest funnel I could find. Actually, we used to have a smaller funnel to siphon like lamp oil into this beautiful, like decorative hand blown glass lamp. But yeah, I don't know what happened to it. We lost it. So this was the smallest funnel I could find. When people talk about marketing funnels, a lot of times it gets really overwhelming and complex, and it doesn't have to be. It could be a super small funnel. So let's talk about it a little bit. And if you are one of those people who you're like, I've heard about this funnel concept thing and I just don't like it. It feels yucky. I feel not aligned with it. Then just stick with me for a little bit here today, okay? If you don't know what a funnel is, you've never heard about a funnel, it's just a marketing term for how you get people to hear about you and then stick around long enough to find out about your services, how they can connect with you, what you might offer for them, all these different things. And people typically talk about it in relation to money. And so, or leads. And so if they've got the funnel, the top of the funnel is where people enter your business, basically. And that typically means that's how people are subscribing to your email list, right? Maybe finding out about you on social media and starting to follow you there, although that's not really your funnel. It's really once they get onto your email list, so you can actually follow up with people and reach out to them. So the top of the funnel is where the people are coming in, and then to get people down to the bottom of the funnel basically is whatever your premier service is, whatever you want people to sign up for, ultimately that's going to help them the most. That would typically be at the bottom of the funnel. So top of the funnel, usually something free. And that's a way to get them in to know you. And then you would move them down the funnel. You don't have to have like a lot of steps. Again, it could be a super small funnel. It could just be, hey, opt in for this free gift. Give me your email address so I know where to send this cool checklist or whatever it happens to be. And then you follow up with them and say, these are the services I offer. I want to get to know you. Like, that's okay. So this is where we're going to go. This is when we talk about funnels and people get really, they feel like it's really impersonal and it's just, it doesn't feel like them. This happens for a lot of my clients. And so let's shift the conversation. And I think that's the title of this live. It's like marketing funnel, or what I'm going to call the airplane conversation. Okay. So if you, and I know, again, marketing can often sound really, especially if you feel like, oh God, I see what other people are doing for marketing and it just doesn't feel like me. It doesn't feel genuine. It's really pushy or salesy, and that's just not me. I totally get it. It's not the way it has to be, okay, at all. Your marketing, and I did this a live the other day, your marketing should be like a love letter to your clients. It should be this whole heartfelt message from you on how you understand, you're empathetic to what they're going through, how you understand the journey they've already been on, and moving them toward, hey, there's another way that you might not have tried. And that might be something to do with you, right? But it's really saying, I'm here with you. I love you. I'm here to help. How can I help you? What do you need? It's starting that conversation. That's what marketing, good marketing and great marketing should be. It should be really opening up that relationship and that conversation. So what I'm talking about with this airport conversation, Just having this conversation with a client this week. So picture you're at the airport, you're on the plane, and you're sitting on the plane for, let's say you're flying from one coast to the other. It's like a long flight. It's not like a short flight. It's a few hours long. And you get talking to the woman next to you, and you kind of chit chat and you find out some things about her. And then maybe you guys connect on something that you have in common. Maybe it's relationships or kids or work or whatever it happens to be. Maybe it's dogs or pets, right? And then in the course of the conversation, you find out from her, this just random stranger sitting next to you, that she has these problems, right? And maybe it's something that you really know you can help her with. Maybe it's something that you've had a problem with before. It's something you struggled with in the past. Maybe it has to do with her energy or her emotions or whatever it happens to be, the kind of work you do, right? I know you do very unique work because your work is as unique as you are, right? And maybe it wasn't until you learned about how to really connect with your intuition or how to shift your energy, right? Or how to look at past lives or the Akashic records or whatever it happens to be. That's what actually shifted you when you were on the same journey or a very similar journey to this, where this woman is here, right? So you're having this conversation with her and you are with her. You are so with her. You are listening to her and you are feeling everything that she's saying. And I want you to picture being in that place where you absolutely know you could help her or at least point her in the right direction, or at least in the course of the conversation. It's not like you're trying to get her to hire you necessarily, but during the course of the conversation, you can open her eyes to some things. And I want you to picture being in that seat on that airplane. Maybe you've got the window seat and she's in the middle, or the opposite around. She's in the window seat, you're in the middle. And I want you to picture being right there with her. And she's just saying, oh, I really wish I could, I really know this is holding me back, or this is really affecting my life. It's really affecting my relationships. It's affecting my health. It's affecting my job. It's affecting the way I show up for people. And I'm so sick and tired of it. So it's this conversation you're having. And imagine being in that place where she's confiding in you. And then a thought comes in your mind and you're like, I know I can help her without a doubt, but I don't want to tell her anything about that because she might be offended, or she might find it rude, or she might find it pushy. So even though I know I can help her, I can't say anything. I'm just going to nod and smile and change the subject until she loses interest or just stops talking to me. That just hurts my heart, even just to say that, like, I'm feeling that. Imagine being in that place where you decided you can't help her because you feel like she might be upset that you actually invited her to have a conversation about how she could find another way to improve her life, right? That is the airport conversation or the airplane conversation. You would not do that. I know you. You would not do that. You would do everything you could to share all the information you have. Like, again, you probably wouldn't try to get her to hire you, but you would try to help her. You would ask thoughtful questions. You would share wonderful stories or stories about your own life. You would be vulnerable. You would maybe say, hey, have you ever tried this? Maybe you would try to give her an exercise she could do right then and there. You would do something. You are not the kind of person who would just sit there quietly, nodding, sipping your ginger ale, right? So that's really what a funnel it is. It's that casual conversation with somebody who's saying, and these people are out there, they need your help. But if they don't know that you can help, then A, they're not going to get the help they need, and B, you're not going to be able to help them. So the funnel is really just starting that conversation saying, you know what? I think I have something that might help. Are you interested in hearing about it? And that is the top of your funnel. It's whatever that introductory thing you would give if somebody said, yes, I need help. What can you give me? What can you give me that's free right now? And that's the top of your funnel. You would create that thing, whether it's a video or an audio or an ebook or a series of emails. You're like, I have an e-course, an email course that, you know, it takes you through this journey of 6 days or 7 days or whatever it happens to be. You would offer them that thing. And then you'd say, hey, I'm happy to send it to you. Can you give me your email address? And that person, that woman would be like, yeah, no problem. Here it is right here. Let me get my phone out, right? And then once you have that, so that's the top of your funnel, the next step in your funnel could be whatever, if you have a course or you have a book or they hire you for sessions, that's the next step in your funnel. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. And it's all coming from your heart. It's coming from a genuine, authentic place of wanting to help people. I mean, this is why I get very passionate about this, because I want you, and it breaks my heart, and I've seen this happen so many times, especially for spiritual entrepreneurs. I want you to take the leap from being a hobbyist in your business to a full-time business. I want you to be able to quit your day job. I want you to be able to keep the lights on. And if you're not getting clients, if they don't know about you, if they haven't heard about you, you're not visible to them, it makes it really hard to pay the bills. And I get it. I get it. I have been there, and I've seen so many clients in that position where they can't pay the bills to keep the business open. Nope, that's not what it's about anymore. We need you. People need you. You are here to help. And so let's get that conversation going. Think about just, this can be a simple, like, doesn't have to be this complex funnel thing, as simple as picturing yourself on the plane, seated next to somebody you know you can help, and what is the conversation you would have? What would you say to them, right? If you knew you could help them, what would you say to them? What would you offer her? And just go from there. Just answer that question, visualize that scenario, and have fun with it. Like, open your heart. How are you going to help that person? I know you're going to have an answer to that question. Write it out. And then from there, that'll give you clues as to what you're going to create and how you're going to create it, so that anyone who's coming from the internet, from your social media, they can then be invited very lovingly into your world. Okay, I think that's it for today. Again, I love you so much. I want you to succeed. If this is at all intriguing to you, make sure you DM me if you can, or just send me a private message any way you know how, or leave it in the comments and write down the word story. If you can send me the message story, then I can connect you with a free course on how to shift your story. And it could be your stories, shifting your stories around how you feel about marketing. It could be how you shift your story about how you feel about your business. And I can send you this free course in my community. Would love to have you in there. So again, just private message me or comment story, and I'll make sure you get that. All right. So that's it for me for now. I hope you're well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.